Hello, my name is Dr. Keith Kay, and I would like to talk to you a little bit about retirement, hopefully such an idyllic one as this. Retirement is something that is becoming more and more important in the eyes of many baby boomers. Retirement can be thought of as occurring in threes. There are three fears with retirement, and there are three phases of retirement. The first fear is that of money. The second is health, and the third fear is what do I do? The three phases of retirement are the phase of new horizons. The second phase can be called new adventures, and the third, which is self-explanatory, sailing into the sunset. I am in phase one. I was professor of urology in Australia, and when I returned to the United States 6 years ago, I was very concerned as to what I was going to do. I was very fortunate in that I was offered a position with a new medical software development company. I decided to do it part-time. And this has now given me three other things in life. Firstly, it's giving me some income, so I don't have to delve into my retirement funds. And this is really the essence of phase one. The second, it's given me a great interest in something which was completely new to me, medical software development. And thirdly, it's given me time to explore and do other things in life. Well, one of the things I love to do is go on adventure trips with my children. And I was just on one such trip with one of my daughters when, this was in Belize, and I fell in love with Belize. And I thought, would it be possible for me still to practice medicine and put something back into medicine and into society? So again, I was fortunate in that I now come to Belize every 2 to 3 months. I volunteer my services, I see patients, and I operate. I have also begun a bit of work in the environment. I've started a teak plantation together with my neighbour, and hopefully we're going to be reabsorbing some of the carbon with this. Let me show you a few photographs of Belize and of the things I've been talking about. Doctors Rene and Heidi Godoy at Western Regional Hospital. My wife Valda in our environmentally correct headquarters. Headquarters at sunset. Teak trees at 2 years of age. And friend and partner Paul Martin measuring a teak tree on his golf course. Several years ago I became interested in my family and family history, and recently this has led to publication of a book which is called Illustrated Diary of a Romantic Prussian Soldier. And this is something that one can do in retirement. One can start evaluating one's family and one's family history. The diary was written in Old German, and here nobody could read it. Eventually I managed to find a student in Germany, and he translated it. It now began a very, very exciting time, because every day or two I was getting an email from my great-grandfather from 134 years ago. He was a soldier, a Jewish soldier in the Franco-Prussian War. In the diary, Heinrich would tell me what he was doing, that he was traveling from Germany into France, the circumstances this happened, and one very interesting day on December the 16th, 1870, he was billeted with a retired French army officer and his beautiful daughter Louise. And the next day he was very sad to leave the beautiful Louise. And there were consequences of this 10 years later. Each day I would track on a map where he went. Eventually I managed to find a trip going to France and decided to follow in his footsteps. On this trip I met Dr. Tom Hasek, who is a military historian, and together we decided to put this book together. The advantages of looking into one's family history, besides getting to know yourself better and getting to know your family better, you make new friends, family friends who you didn't know existed before. You can travel, you can go to places where your family originated from or where your family went to. You can do new things like publishing a book. Sometimes it may even be financially rewarding. If one writes a bestseller book which is made into a movie, obviously one can do extreme. Phase 1 then of retirement, New Horizons, can be summed up as a phase in which one still earns some money and one has the opportunity and the time to do other things. The second phase of retirement, New Adventures, is essentially the same as the first phase, however one is not earning any money. So for some people this is fine. They may go straight from hard work into phase 2 and then stay in phase 2 for many, many years, having adventures, visiting the grandchildren, taking up painting, doing whatever they want to do. But from a financial perspective, this can be more challenging and one has to be very prepared for phase 2. And then, as mentioned, phase 3 is the phase where one sails off into the sunset, and hopefully this will be a very short phase for all of us. So what I've tried to do in this video then is give you some aspects of retirement, certainly as I see it, and hopefully many of you will go into phase 1 and stay there for many, many years, or going from phase 1 to phase 2 and stay there for many, many years. And what I'd like to do at this stage is simply wish you all, as Peter Stitz said in the book, Gute Reise, or good travels.